Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about does building a good physique help with attraction to females? And the answer is yes, it does. I'm going to tell you a story. Just imagine, just close your eyes. Actually, don't even need to close your eyes. Just imagine it. So, I've been working at for 2 years at this point. This was in high school. I walk I, I walk into PE training. I take off my shirt and wow, people, and then every my friend was telling me, wow, this guy's buff, and every like almost all the girls were looking at me, and I never experienced any attention like this before as well. They looked at me, and then and you know what type, and you can guess what type of look that they would give, that that almost lustful, seductive look. And then and then after that, as soon as I went to class, then one of my guys said, "Damn, now all the girls like you." You know what I mean? This was only because I built a good physique. Before this was only showing my face, and I'm not anything special in my face, but building a good physique is definitely gonna help you with attracting women. There are many examples of this on the internet. You can search many videos. You can search that one video of this guy who said free hugs. Yeah, who wants free hugs? And then until he took off his shirt, all the girls were coming to hug him. Building a good physique is a primal thing, is a primal trait of an alpha male, of a good husband, of a strong man to protect and support his wife. That's why women are drawn to this physique aesthetic. Okay, now you're envisioning, when I say envisioning, what you can get from building an attractive physique. I'm gonna tell you, you might be doing it wrong. You may have built a good physique right now, but it's not appealing to the female gaze. So I'm gonna tell you the next step. The first step is realizing that it works. The second step now is realizing that building your physique, you need to do it correctly. You need to focus on these few muscles that I'm about to explain. I made two previous videos going in more detail, but if you focus on these muscles, your physique will transform into a V taper. The V taper is the most attractive body type physique for a man. Most bodybuilders are stocky. Their body is like squarish, like like Superman, like a Superman action figure. Your body needs to be V-shaped. How do you do that? You need to your upper body, the upper torso needs to be wider than the lower torso, and these few muscles that I'm about to target will increase that. The first muscle is obviously the lateral delts, the shoulders. These muscles you need to focus by doing lateral raises, by doing shoulder presses, and that's the first thing. The second muscle is the lats. That's literally the how can I describe this? That's literally the icing on the cake. There's the cake here, you enjoy the cake, the icing is the lats. This will make your body look more like this. This is how your shoulders need to look like this. You need to do pull-ups and chin-ups for that. And then your upper frame will look big. And then for your lower frame now, you need to cut down in body fat. How you can do listen, I have a course going on what type of on how to cut down body fat without stunting your growth as a teenager. Listen, I can even give you some, I'm going to give you some tips here for free as well. But if you're interested, you can link in the description. This goes in deep and artistically deep, how to build an attractive aesthetic physique, step by step guide. Okay, but anyway, building the lats is the icing on the cake. Pull ups, chin ups. And now the body fat, as I said, need to cut down to 12% or 15%. You can do this easily by not adding, but subtracting. Subtracting, what do you subtract? You take out all the bad foods that you eat. You take out all the McDonald's, the KFC. Cut the no cheat days, no nothing. You can enjoy yourself better by eating simply by eating like meat, like steak, like chicken, like eggs, avocado, you'll enjoy it. Add some salt to it, you'll like it. I've been eating avocado with salt in the morning for a while now. And it's just as enjoyable, and not normal salt. You have to buy specifically sea salt or Celtic salt. Put it on the avocado and eat it. But now you're going to that's one major step on how to cut down body fat quickly. And then now your lower body, you're going to wanna focus, like, listen, what was the muscle that you wanted when you were younger? You wanted abs. And now the simple way to get abs is two major things. If you want to get any other muscle, all you need to do is exercise and eat, get your protein. But for building abs, it's much more complicated. And a simple thing to do is obviously stop eating bad foods, increase testosterone, um, start hitting abs, stop doing sit-ups and leg raises, especially a lot of leg raises, because the lower abs is the most hardest to get. So if you do leg raises, then, like, listen, you heard of the on TikTok, this guy, forgot his name. He said my grandma can get abs. A 4 pack. My grandma can get a 4 pack. That is true. You can easily get a 4 pack. But the 6 pack, you need the last two abs, and the last two abs are the hardest to get. So you should focus more on doing leg raises to target the lower abs. So lying leg raises or hanging leg raises. I'm sure most of you don't have equipment, so easily do lying leg raises for 50 reps total, two sets of 25 or two sets of 15. You're gonna increase it to 25 and then times it by two. The times two is the two sets. So trust me, don't listen to the woman when they say they want a man with a dad bod, because that's absolute bullshit. By dad bod, they mean a bulky physique. Like, let's say you're in a lean bulk right now, and you still have an ab definition, but you're a bit more chubby but more bigger. That's attractive because you're still fit. You're not the dad bod. What you're getting wrong is you're thinking a dad bod is a normal dad, like a big beer belly and and maybe like a chest, like a decent chest. That's a alcoholic bod. You don't get it don't miscon what's the word now? Don't correlate it. Don't think it's a dad bod. It's actually a beer bod. Like maybe a toned chest, big belly. That's not a dad bod. That's a beer belly. That's a beer bod. Like what the like? Okay, so now but realistically, there's this thing called niche. What's the meaning of niche? Niche is your preference. Do you like what do you like? Do you like, for example, in business, there's content creation, there's drop shipping, no, no, mama, that was wrong. No, let's go on content creation. There's your niche is what you wanna make content about. Like, for example, you make content about fitness. That's one niche. You make content about dating. That's another niche. You make content about your personal life. That's another niche. You make content about um, looks maxing, for example. Those are niches, and the same thing applies to dating. Does she like guys who are big, who are bodybuilders? Does she does she like guys who are athletic? Does she like soccer players? Does she like what's this? Does she like um okay, okay, you get what I mean. So, but generally, there's a body type that females most appeal to, which is the V taper aesthetics physique. Target these few muscles that I'm talking about. Even in your face, there's the masculine, more leaning more to masculine, and is leaning more to feminine. The girls who are younger most likely like guys who are more feminine in the face with some masculine features. As they grow older, they lean more to the masculine side. Same thing with the physique, but this in the middle, right in the middle, would appeal to most women. So you're going to I'm going to teach you how to get, as I said, how to optimize. Okay. The next muscle is the chest. A big chest can go a long way. And then the biceps as well. This is the finishing touch to your physique. Push ups, decline push ups. Target in the chest, specifically target the upper chest because that's the hardest to get because otherwise you look like you have titties if you don't target the upper chest. And the lower, like just like abs, the upper chest is like the lower abs. So you're gonna wanna simply just do decline push-ups. That's it. And bench, like incline bench press. And now those are few muscles that will literally change your physique. This will appeal to most women, and trust me, it works. Now, I have more detail in the course, link in the description. Thank you for watching. Peace.